In this video, we're taking a look at the Rough Country Hard Low Profile Tri-Fold tonneau cover fitting 2015 to 2020 F-150s with the 5.5 foot bed. If you're looking to protect your F-150's bed space and make your truck more practical and flexible, then you gotta take a look at this hard cover from Rough Country. This is a solid cover that's gonna give you the security and flexibility you're after without having to spend a ton of money to get it. Adding a tonneau cover addresses one of the biggest shortcomings of having a pickup truck, and that is the lack of covered storage space, especially one that can lock. So having something like this that can cover up your bed adds another area of covered storage that is both weather and water resistant, and one that is lockable so you can keep valuables back there with no worries. What we've got here is a 3-panel hard folding tonneau cover, and it provides you some of the best protection you can get. Since these panels are all hard, they provide you with plenty of protection from errant debris or would-be thieves. It's a lot harder to get into one of these than it is, say, a soft cover. Now this one does automatically lock into place when you close it up, so as long as you lock your truck and tailgate, this will provide you with a fully secured locking bed space. Now one of the other nice things about this one is right there in the name, and that is the low profile. So this has a really nice clean look to it when you've got it fully closed. And at first glance, you may not even notice it's installed because it sits so close to the edge of the bed. That makes this one pretty aerodynamic too, and it can potentially provide you with some improved fuel economy, though your mileage may vary here. It's also very easy to operate thanks to the lightweight construction, and you can just operate it with one hand. Now it's a little cumbersome to do here on the table, but you get the point. It can also be run fully open or even in the 2/3 open position, which is how you see it right here on the table. So in this position, you've got the 3 panels stacked on top of each other, and this can be open fully should you need to access the full length of the bed for hauling or anything else. Just note though, if you do have this fully open, it is going to obscure your rear window because, well, this is a pretty big panel. However, that does mean that you don't need to remove the cover entirely in order to gain full access to your bed space if you need it in a pinch. And again, it's a very quick process to open it up fully. Just pull this, unlatch it, and fold the thing up. And that's a place where this really benefits over a soft cover or even a retractable one. Unlike a soft rolling cover, this takes almost no time to open up and secure. And unlike a retractable cover, it doesn't cut into your bed space even when it's fully open. And that's especially important when you've got a shorter bed like on these trucks. Again, you've got those integrated drains, and there's thick weather stripping all the way around too. So while it may not be completely impenetrable, which is the case with any tonneau cover, it is going to be very water resistant and will do a good job at keeping the stuff you've got inside of your bed space safe and dry. The panels are all made from high-strength T6061 aircraft-grade aluminum, and they're finished in this black textured powder coat, meaning that they're durable, they're lightweight, and they're going to withstand the test of time or really whatever you can throw at them. Like the panels themselves, the frame is also constructed from that same aircraft-grade aluminum, so the whole thing is actually pretty light, and again, it comes with all that large weather stripping all the way around to help keep dirt and moisture from getting into the bed. Plus, you get all the aluminum rails, the drain tubes, and the hardware you need included in the box as well, making this a pretty easy installation, which we'll talk more about in a moment. Pricing comes in at about $700, putting it right in the middle of the pack when it comes to hard tri-folding tonneau covers for this gen of F-150. This is again going to provide you a ton of flexibility and none of the complication of a retractable cover without having to pay the price for one of those either. And while there are less expensive options out there for hard folding tonneaus, this one has a lot of good stuff baked in, and it's a really solid piece. It's lightweight, it's easy to use, it's got a ton of good things going for it. So if you want the protection and good looks for a really good price, this is going to be an excellent choice. Installation is going to get a 1 out of 3 on our difficulty meter, and the job should take you about 45 minutes to complete. This is a totally bolt and clamp on operation, so there's no drilling or modification involved. It's a pretty easy job that you can accomplish at home. With that, let's head on out to the shop and we'll walk you through the process.
For this install, you need a cutting tool and the supplied Allen key and wrench.
All right, today we're going to be installing a tonneau cover on our F-150, so let's get started.
So we're going to start by getting our side rails on. Now they are side dependent. You'll see an end cap on the back here, and this lip right here will sit on our bed like so. First thing we're going to put on is our rear stopper. Our middle one is already on there, so it's going to go over the rail like so. You can just snug up the Allen key with your fingers to hold it in place. On the front side, we're going to do the same thing, but this is with our front mounting point. It's going to go over the same way, like so. And then we have our drain tube, which is going to lock in to the end here. Just give it a tap and lock that in place. Just going to flip this back around. Get this located on our side of a bed, and then we can install our 2 clamps. So we're gonna hold up our rail and get our 1 clamp on. You'll see this groove here. You'll see this notch here that will go into the groove on the rail. Other half will go behind the back of the bed. Just get that on there and just snug this up and it'll hold it in place so we can get our front clamp on and then tighten them down. We're gonna do the same thing with our front clamp. Just make sure that the mounting point is in front of it. Now, if you need to, when you put your tonneau cover on, you can adjust these wherever you need to get them out of the way. We're just gonna snug this up. Also, we're gonna slide our rail all the way forward till the drain tube hits the front of the bed. Then we're gonna take our supplied wrench and tighten both our clamps down. Now at the front of our bed, we have our drain tube. So we're just gonna pull this cover out here and we can feed our drain tube back in. And then once you have this all done, you can go ahead and install the other rail on the other side of the bed the same way. Now for the front of our bed, since the side rails are raised a little bit over the top here, we're gonna install our foam. So we're just gonna peel off a little bit of our protective backing on our tape. Just gonna center this up and just peel and stick all the way across. And once you get to the end here, just take a pair of scissors, just cut off the extra. Next, we're gonna get our tonneau cover and just lay it down over the front of our bed. Make sure this front seal lays over the front. When you just get that in position, we're gonna unfold it and then get our mounting bolts in. Now you'll see your hole in your tonneau cover here. That's gonna be for our mounting bolt. Now I already lined up our bracket that we installed underneath. So this just goes through our tonneau cover, then through our bracket. Go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. So you can see our bolt is through our bracket here. We're gonna go flat washer, and then our locking washer, and then our handle nut. Go ahead and tighten that down. Once that's tightened down, get your pin, put that through the bolt like so. And you can also take your supplied Allen key and lock down this bracket in place. Also, we have our safety strap here. So just a carabiner, just a little clip. We're just gonna clip that onto our bracket, right like so. And you go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. Now that we have everything mounted down in place, now we did adjust everything off camera, just making sure the tonneau cover was slid far enough back so that there's no gap. Last thing we need to do is just adjust our rear locking points. So these are the ones that we installed. So what you're gonna do is just close the tonneau cover, get it lined up to where it needs to be. Take your supplied Allen key and tighten that down. Now once you have this side all tightened down, you can go ahead and do the same thing on the other side, and then you're all set to go.
That's going to wrap it up here for our review and install of the Rough Country Hard Low Profile Tri-Fold Tonneau Cover fitting 2015 to 2020 F-150s with the 5.5 foot bed. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, for all things F-150, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.